designing your first 3D print. For beginners and just starting out, I highly recommend using TinkerCad. Uh, you can just type in TinkerCad into Google and it'll just redirect you to tinkercad.com. From there, you can make an account, and once you make your account, you can get started on either following the tutorial or just, if you want to follow my steps, designing your first 3D print. So if you just want to quickly get started, click on this TinkerCad logo. It will take you to your home page, which should look like this, or your dashboard. Then afterwards, you can create a new design right over here, like so. It automatically assigns you a name by random using their algorithm. In this case, this is called Brilliant Rotus. It, it always does a random name for your drainage. To change the name of whatever item you're working on, you can click here, and I will make it into the thing that I'll change the name into something that we're working on today. And to start out with, I always want to make my students, or in case you guys, make a name tag because it's very basic. It teaches you the fundamentals and how to work with it. Yep, and we can change the name right here. And now that's the name of our design. So the first thing we're going to work with is to work with your work plane. I highly recommend using a mouse, as using a touchpad would be very difficult to work on this. Although it's still possible, using a mouse is a much nicer experience. So how do you move around your work plane? There's a couple ways you can do it. There are controls over here on the left hand side corner where you can see top and a rotate. Then to the side, up here, bottom, front, right, left, all the sides basically, all the sides of the cube. But if you want to move it in a free form, you simply have to right click the screen wherever you at, right? Using your mouse, click the right click and pull it up. And from there, you can move around exactly what you need, like so. And over here is perfect, whoops, for me. And in order to move back and forth, you can click this. Same thing for your keyboard buttons. Or you can just simply use your mouse wheel to go in and out. But now that we have that ready, we can start making our name tag. And the first thing we have to do is click the text selection tool like this. We click this, it should pop up over here, and we can place it anywhere we want on our work plane, like so. And from that point on, you can move into this box over here and change the text to anything you need. I'm John, so I'm going to change this to John. I'm going to change the font to something that's, suits me a little better. Serif. Like it. And I'm just quickly going to change the color to something that's a little bit easier in my eyes in red. This nice pale peach, but instead I'm going with an orange. Perfect. And once we have our names ready, or our name ready, we want to put that on top of a box, like so. So this box obviously will not fit the name on top of it. So we have to adjust the size of the box. To do that, we click on the box, we left click it once, and then you can see all these things you can drag. You can either drag them like so to get the size that you want, or you can simply type in the number you want, like this and like this. Now that we have this box ready, we want to put our name on top of it. To do that, what we can do is go back, click on our name, simply move it over here, right next to it, and then from there, you can either grab this little pyramid on top, like this, to raise it up, like so, and, whoops, not quite high enough, like so. and you can either drag it where you need to or use the arrow keys on your keyboard to put it where you need. And just like that, we can rotate around to look at it from different angles. We made our first name tag, and you just designed our first 3D print, and this will be ready to print once we simply export it as an STL. And then from here, I'll show you how to take that STL and prep it for your 3D printer, whatever that 3D printer might be, using something called a slicer. I'll start explaining a slicer and all of that in another video. How you end this?